Tomorrow brings an end to the Scottish League season, and it also marks the end of an era. After nearly 22 years in the Tannadice hot seat, the country's longest-serving manager is set to retire. Next week, councillors will be asked to award the Freedom of the City to Jim McLean, who'll say his final farewell to the fans tomorrow when Dundee United play Aberdeen at Tannadice. In his years in charge of Dundee United, Jim McLean has taken his corner shop club into the Supermarket League. He leaves on the 10th anniversary of his greatest triumph, clinching the Premier League Championship on the final day at Dens Park. McLean has also seen his team lift 2 League Cups, reach the final of the UEFA Cup, and sadly lose out in 6 Scottish Cup finals. But on Saturday he faces his toughest game. As he prepared for retirement with a leisurely game of golf at Downfield, he looked ahead to his last match against Aberdeen.
I'm dreading it more than any other match because I don't know how to handle the situation. I honestly don't know what's expected of myself. It's good getting into it that we don't need any points to qualify for Europe. To me, contrary to what most people believe, I think that this season to finish in Europe has been one of the more successful seasons for me in my whole of my career, because the stage that this club is at and the amount of young players that we've been playing this season, it's a tremendous achievement to finish up in Europe when you consider the troubles that we've gone through during the year, and also the loss of Darren Jackson and Pat Lyon and people like that who were, in my opinion, players that we just couldn't lose at that time.
So what has taking the club back into Europe in his final season meant to him?
Nearly made me smile, and it's been very, very satisfactory for me, because I had intended to retire last year, as everybody knows, but the way the season finished, and it meant that it was impossible for me even to go out with any satisfaction at all. And this season I feel really relieved and satisfied to have achieved something out of some parts of a dreadful season.
McLean's successor is still to be decided, but with young stars like Christian Daly, Paddy Connolly, and of course Duncan Ferguson on the books, he'll inherit a bright future.
There's no doubt at all that they're coming to a club with roughly about £400,000 or £500,000 in the bank. How many clubs can say that? And at the end of the day, we've got quality and young players on the park. Hopefully they won't be selling any of them, because we really can't afford, as far as the team is concerned, to sell any of the players. But it's up to the directors and the new manager to decide that one.
The big question many people ask is, will Jim McLean continue as chairman when the new manager takes over? That decision, he says, won't rest with him.
At the end of the day, for the right man, we've got to give him whatever he wants. And obviously, if the shadow of Jim McLean around the place, in whatever capacity, chairman for instance, or whatever, is not to his liking, that won't be a stipulation. He will choose what he wants, and he will decide whether he needs me around the club or not. People think that part of the reason that certain people are not going to apply for the job is because of the fear of working for Jim McLean. He's not going to be working for Jim McLean. He's going to be working for Dundee United.
Jim McLean can expect the same sort of reception he and his players got after their magnificent achievement in the UEFA Cup after the game against Aberdeen tomorrow.